Welcome to Charmin's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be sharing my recipe with you for Pholourie, and this is a Guyana fritters that we make with split peas. So I'm going to be sharing this with you because it takes back my memory to my childhood days, or when I'm back home in Guyana. We always have Pholourie on special occasion, or if we're traveling, or if family is coming over, something like that. So today I'm very excited to share that recipe with you guys and hope you guys like the step. So here I have 2 cups of yellow split peas soaking for 9 hours. You can soak it for overnight. You can soak it for a few hours. But the longer you soak it, the better, because it becomes softer and easy to grind, because you have to blend this up and grind, make it to a paste. And I will be adding some garlic. And this is a very important ingredient in the recipe. And I have 2 wirrie pepper to give flavor. And here I have some green onions that I'll be adding to this into the mixture as well to give it a good flavor. So let me strain the split peas and start the blending process, and we will come back and show you guys the next step. So I strained the split peas out and wash it out a little so it's not gonna be in like dirty water. But the water is not really dirty, but when you soak the split peas inside, it becomes like very white and starchy. So I just wanted to wash that starchiness off. So I wash it off, and so it's nice and clean after soaking for 9 hours. And in here, I'm gonna add the green onion into here and mix it in. And I will add the garlic and the pepper as well. So while I'm grinding it up in my grinder here, everything is gonna get mixed in very well, and it's not gonna be like seasoning in one part and the other part don't have. So everything will get mixed in very well. So I have to start this thing. Okay. 1 minute. Am I doing the right thing, Jess?
Yep.
Check it out. Okay. So I have to keep feeding it here. And then it will start, it's coming out here. Jessica, look here. See how it's coming out? It's all grinding up nicely, and I just have to keep feeding it on the top. And once it's all grind up, then we'll come back and show you guys the next step. See how it's coming out there nicely and quick? I used to have to blend this, but now this new gadget that we have in the house is working well for any grinding, any juicing, or anything that we have to do. It's working perfectly fine. So I'll keep feeding the machine, and then we'll come back and show you guys the next step. Okay guys, so look how this split peas is grind up, and this is not cooked split peas, this is just soaked split peas for 9 hours. And look, the seasoning, you can see the green onion is all over. So I want to mix this in nicely. There is a lot of moisture inside from the wetness of the split peas, and guys, it smells amazing. So this here, we're gonna mix into here 2 cups of flour, and I have it here. And in the flour, I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So that's 1 teaspoon, and I'm gonna put another 1, and I want to mix the baking powder into the dry. So I'm drying the flour, the dry ingredient. So I want to put it into that and give it a little bit of a mix, so the baking powder can mix up inside the flour before we add it to the split peas, the grind split peas. So this is good. We're gonna, and you don't have to put too much water, because if you put too much water into this, you're gonna have to add a lot more flour, and we don't want to make it too floury. We want it to have a balance of flour, not so much, and nice rich split peas into the Pholourie, which is the split peas fritter. So in this ingredients here, we're gonna add, along with all the other things that we add, some salt, because we want it to have flavor and taste. And I'm adding the salt into the split peas, not into the flour. And we're gonna give this a nice little mix. It smells amazing. And then in here you wanna add some roasted geera or cumin. So I'm gonna add it into here. That gives it a very nice flavor. And this one here is dark roasted, so it's a little bit darker than the usual, but when you roast geera, it brings out the nice fragrance and flavor better than if you use the like regular raw geera. So I like to use the roasted geera and see how it changes the color right away, but it'll give this a nice flavor. Smell, it already smells like Pholourie, right Jessica?
Yeah, it smells so good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna add into here the flour, and then we will add a little bit of water, and we want to add little as we go. And I'm gonna add half of the amount, and then you just want to add a little bit of water as we go here. So I have 1/4 cup of water. Sorry about that, guys. I wanted to sneeze so badly with the roasted geera. I had to take a break and come back. So I'm gonna go in with my hand because there's no better way to do this. You want to nicely mix this up into the mixture, and I'm gonna add the rest of the flour. Natalie, can you please give mommy some water in that cup over there? Thank you, babe.
This one's right one?
The glass. Thank you. So I'm gonna go in and add the rest of the flour, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water because you want to make it to a paste. Yeah, thank you, sweetie. Yeah. So you want to make it into a paste and not like a batter, just a little bit on the moist side. So because I have more flour in the bottom here, I'm gonna have to add more. So let's add the water into the bottom. But guys, if you're adding more flour and less split peas, you're gonna have to add more water because you need more water for that kind of split peas. There's so many ways that you can make it, but today I want to make it more on the split pea side, like richer on the split pea side and not too much on the flour side. So I want when you break it open, you can taste the richness of the split peas and not too much on the floury side. So in here, what I can feel is the texture mostly of the split peas. I'm just adding that little bit of flour to hold it together and bind it. So what we will do now, it smells good. We will leave this to soak for like half an hour, and I'm gonna cover it with a tea towel or a piece of saran wrap. I will cover it and leave it to sit for half an hour so the it can get all the seasoning can marinate, and it can get mixed in very well before we start frying these. So I'll leave it here and then we'll work on the next step. Okay guys, so while we're waiting for this the Pholourie to sit for the half an hour, we're gonna make a mango sour or mango chutney to eat with the Pholourie. And here I have 3 green mangoes. I have some garlic that I'll be putting into the chutney or the sour, and I have 1 pepper because my kids will be eating this sour. I don't want to make it too hot. I can always add more pepper into mine later, but I will peel up these mangoes and I'll show the step how we make it. And this is nice mango for the sour, so I'll be peeling these and then making the sour, show you guys the step right after I finish peeling the mangoes. Okay guys, so I just remembered that I forgot one very important ingredient, and this is turmeric. I forgot to add turmeric into the mixture because that will give this Pholourie a nice yellowish color that you're really looking for. So I'm gonna add it here because it's only a few minutes into the mixing, and I want to add it and then I'll put it back to sit for another 25 minutes. So I'm gonna mix this in well, even though we had already mixed it up already. I just want to make sure that I have that nice yellowish color that I'm looking for. I don't want to leave it out this time because if you don't add the turmeric and you after frying the pholourie, it's gonna have like a pale lightish yellow color, but I want it to have that nice rich yellow color. So I'm gonna work this in, and it looks like if I can add a little bit more to make sure that all sides are covered, and because you want to see nice yellow pholourie. That's what makes the pholourie more excited, right? So I'm gonna work this in a little bit more, mix it in nicely, and I will let it sit again for another 25 minutes or so. I think it's all mixed in there. Hopefully we get it in nicely in all the different part of the mixture. So I will cover this back and leave it for another 25 minutes, and then we'll come back to this after. Hey guys, so I cut up all 3 of the mangoes, and I cut up the garlic, and in this pot I add some water and a pepper, and I'm gonna put this on the stove to cook until the mangoes are nice and soft, and until the garlic and everything becomes nice and soft. And then once everything is soft and you can mash it, we will take it off the stove and continue with the next step after that. Okay guys, so see, it's cooking up nicely. The mango is cooking, and I will add a little bit of salt into here because I didn't add any before, and that will give the mango a nice flavor. After it's done, it's gonna get, the salt is gonna get soaking into the mangoes and into the liquid. So we want, it's already soft here, but we want, because I'm adding the seed into this mango chutney or mango sour, I want the ones on the seed to cook as well. So I'll let it go for a little bit more, another 3 to 5 minutes, and then I will mix this sour up together. Wow, so this is coming up nicely. It's all soft, so I'm gonna turn off the stove now because it's the way we want it, and I just have to mash it up and then add all the other ingredients. So let me mash this up, and then I'll add the ingredients and show you guys. Alright, so I took out the seed and leave it on the side, and in the pot I went in with a masher, and I'm just mashing up the garlic and the pepper and everything. And these mangoes were perfect mangoes. They had a little bit of sweetness into them, and they had a little bit, not too much on the sour side, because you want to have a nice sweetish kind of sour sauce. So it's the real ideal way of how you want the mango to be. So this is all you have to do, and then I add a little bit salt, and I'm gonna taste it to see if I have to add anything else. And what I want to add, from my secret that I always like to add in my mango sour, is a little bit of roasted geera, and I find that gives it a nice flavor. So I'm gonna add a little tiny bit because I want the sour to still look yellow. So I'm gonna add a little tiny bit in here just to give a little bit of flavor, because this is a dark roast geera, and I don't want it to take away the nice yellowness from the mango. I just want it to be the yellowness to still be there, but a little hint of that roasted geera in the background of the sour. So guys, if this mango was a very sour mango, you can always add a little pinch of sugar if it's too sour for you. But this one is perfectly the nice balance of sweet and sour what we're looking for. So we don't have to add any of that. So this is done here right now. This mango sour is done. And I'm gonna add back the seed into here, because sometimes in my house the kids like to say, okay, can I have a seed, Mom, with my sour? So I have 3, thank God I have 3 of the mango seed today, so there won't be anybody missing out on anything. So I'll mix this back, and I have the perfect texture that we're looking for. And mango is stringy, so you can tell that you can see masher that these are I got out most of the string, so it's I'm gonna taste it right on the end here and make sure that this is a nice perfect, and a little bit, the hint of pepper in there. I'm drooling already. This is perfect. So this is done, and we'll go and start the process of frying the pholourie. Okay guys, so after half an hour, the mixture double in the amount, and this is how we want it to be before we start frying. So we're gonna go ahead now and we are gonna start frying them. So because I have the oil on the stove warming up, so I'm gonna start putting them into the oil. And see here, I have coconut oil. Coconut oil is good for frying. It's heat stable, it's nice and clear. And I have a spoon that I'm gonna be dipping these the batter and putting it into the oil. So I will dip them, and then I'm wetting the spoon and putting it before I dip another set, because if I don't wet the spoon, the batter is gonna get stick onto the spoon, and then I will have a hard time getting it off. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put in as much as I can put in into the oil, and then every time before I dip again, I have to wet the spoon so it won't stick into the batter. I'm trying to control the size of what I'm putting in, because I don't want to make them too big and then they can't cook inside. So I'm trying to put a nice, like a little bit thicker than a finger, so they can cook evenly on all sides and get golden brown on every side of the pholourie. So I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm putting in here as much as I can put into the oil. And guys, I'm using a pot to fry this pholourie, because usually when I put it in a frying pans are usually wider than a little pot, and they take up more oil. You have to put so much oil before you can actually have a good amount. So I just want to use a pot. When you use a pot, you can use a little bit, and it looks like if it's a lot, because for these pholourie you want to deep fry them. And if there's not enough oil in the thing, in the pan or the pot, it's gonna just sink to the bottom, and then you won't get it as nice and as brown and to cook properly inside and outside. So you want to put it in a nice deep saucepan, and you can they can cook nice and evenly on all sides. So see how these are browning up nicely, and I love the shape. It's not round, but it's like a little bit like a finger, but a little bit thicker than a finger. So I'm gonna wait until all sides are brown, and the thing that helps it to brown up nicely is the turmeric powder. So that's why I didn't want to let out that step from the ingredient, even though I had mixed it and leave it to sit. I just went in back and added, because it gives it this beautiful golden brown color after you finish frying them. And even when you break the inside, you will see that the inside is nice and yellow. So guys, I have a lot of frying to do. So once I take this set out, I will keep on frying, and then I'll show you guys how everything looks at the end of the my frying process. You see how it's coming up nicely? They are all frying very nice and brown, golden brown outside, and that's because of the turmeric. So this is the last batch. I didn't expect that I was making that much, but this is the last batch finally, and then after this batch, I'm gonna show you the end results. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. This is our pholourie. It looks so beautiful, ready to entertain. And this is the mango sour that we made. I'm so happy about this nice pholourie and sour that we have, because everything came out so well. I'm gonna just plate some, and then I'll do a taste test. I'm gonna put 2 here, and then a little bit of the mango sour. You can see there is the garlic is showing up there, and the pepper is still here. So, and the mango sour have a beautiful yellow color because the mangoes were very, very nice and at the right stage that you wanted to make the sour. So guys, let me taste and let you guys know. So I'll break one first and see. Wow, it is nice and fluffy in the inside and it's very crunchy on the outside. So what we usually do in Guyana, we take our Pholourie and just dunk it into this mango sour, and you just eat this. My mouth is watering right now, and I'm just gonna taste this and let you guys know. So cheers, guys. The mango sour is nice and sweet, and you can taste the pepper and the garlic in there. It's so nice balance, and the Pholourie is very, very crunchy on the outside and so fluffy in the inside, like just as I show you guys. It's very, very crunchy on the outside and fluffy in the inside, guys. I hope that you guys can try this recipe. I wish you guys were here to enjoy some of this Pholourie with me, because it's actually a very, very nice dish. For a very long time I didn't have it. I like to make my own because I know what ingredients I'm putting in. And guys, I don't always eat this deep fried food, but this is one. It's exceptional. You'll take the chance of having it. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my video yet, please do so. Hit the like button. Comment, leave me a comment and let me know what you would like me to make next. Share, and until then, bye for now. I will be enjoying my Pholourie, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.